Welcome to my channel, ELV English Learning Video. Today's video, I'm going to talk about comparison of adjectives and adverbs. Actually, there are three types of comparisons, but in this first part of the video, I'm going to focus on positive degree. Now, before we talk about what comparison of adjectives and adverbs are, let's define what the word comparison actually means. When we compare, that means we would like to find similarities and differences between or among things. And the first type of comparison is actually positive degree. I know you probably hate form, but in my opinion, form is really useful when we are actually going to study about English grammar. So positive degree means that we would like to compare two people or two things that are equal. So we have the subject, the verb, and I put in blue color here, which is the characteristic of positive degree. You have as adjective, adverb, as, and the other subject plus the auxiliary. Now, let me put two sentences to describe this comparison. First, I have the first sentence. John is 1.7 meters. And the second sentence, Bob is 1.7 meters. Now, if you have to look at these two sentences, they're actually in the same height. And based on this, I could rewrite the sentence by using the above form. So this sentence becomes John is as tall as Bob. If I want to put the auxiliary, then the auxiliary should be is. So we have the subject, we have verb is, and as tall, which is the adjective, and as Bob is. Surely it depends on you whether you want to perceive 1.7 meters here as somebody who is being tall, or if you want to use short, it doesn't matter either. And the next point that I would like to cover is that the comparison between adverb. So here we go, we have two different sentences. For example, I use the same name here. John ran, let's say, 10 kilometers per hour, and Bob ran 10 kilometers per hour. Quite similar to the first two sentences, they are equal. John ran 10 kilometers per hour and Bob ran 10 kilometers per hour. So we can rewrite these two sentences into just one, and that sentence is John ran as, 10 kilometers, that's the distance. So I can put John ran as fast as Bob. Let's go back to the form. If we want to put the auxiliary, then we have to put did here. So if you ask me, why do we use did? That's because we use the verb ran, which is the simple past form of the verb run. Okay, so as fast as here, the word fast itself is not an adjective, but an adverb. So fast here describe or modify the verb ran. So this is actually the positive degree between the two types of word, adjectives and adverbs. But we still have something which is very important too, the form not as here. We use not as when we would like to show that things or people that are not equal. For example, let me modify the data here. John is 1.7 meters, and then Bob is 1.8 meters. You see, they are not the same now, they are different now. So we can put John is as not, sorry, John is not as tall as Bob. Yes. Actually, probably you already know that another way of saying this is that John is shorter than Bob is. But this is the second type of comparison that I'm going to talk about later. And why do we use not as here instead of the comparative degrees? That the main reason because we want to show or to be more polite. So this is the main reason in this case using not as, which is to be more polite. So instead of saying John is shorter than Bob is, John is not as tall as Bob is, more polite. Okay? And before I close the first video, let me put another example of not as by using adverb here. So John ran 10 kilometers per hour and Bob, let's say Bob ran faster. So I put 12 kilometers per hour. So you can write this sentence, John didn't run or did not run. Okay, if you want to make it short, didn't. John did not run, okay, as fast as Bob did. Okay, so this is the first part of my video about positive degree, and in the next part of my video I'm going to talk about the second part of comparison, which is called as comparative degree. That's all for today. Happy learning. Thank you very much.